are back with another episode of the Daily Vedantic. And this episode, this reflection, is on a quote within Vedanta that I love so much. Vedanta is often called the manual for living. Another word for Vedanta, and this is a Sanskrit special. It's just 12 words for the same thing. Another term for it is Sanatana Dharma, which means eternal principles. And one of my favorite quotes within this philosophy is, "Open your eyes and the universe teaches you Vedanta." If you're wondering what Vedanta is, check out episode 1. It's the entire philosophy in 15 minutes. But if you're finding yourself here after hearing about what the philosophy is, or feeling this need to buy a bunch of books, or reflect on a whole host of different new, exciting foreign concepts, this episode is in stark contrast to that intuition, because the truth is all around you. It is all around all of us. All you have to do is open your eyes and the universe will teach us. What is an example of this? What do I mean by that? It could be the fact that harmony between you and another person, all it requires is for one of you to be unselfish. The other person can be as selfish as they come. If one of you is unselfish, it is instant harmony. This is not something that requires a book. You can actually watch this in the world around you. Maybe it is date night with a significant other or your spouse, and you just say, let's go wherever you want to go. You give them whatever seat that they want. Do they want the cushion with the backrest? Do they want the chair? Do they want to look out at the view? Do they want to look into the restaurant? You say, well, let's order whatever you want to order. These small acts of unselfishness will bring about harmony between the two of you that maybe you've rarely experienced. This is a small example of how the world teaches us this philosophy. And it teaches us when the world smacks us in the face. Try to exert an immense amount or a moderate amount of selfishness and see what happens. Does the world kind of smack you in your face? Is there resistance from the people that you're with? And before you know it, you can watch the disharmony from miles away start with just a selfish desire. There's so many examples in our lives with the proper reflection where you don't need any of these books. You don't need any verses from any scripture, from any text. You don't need to read what someone wrote 1,000 years ago. It's just opening our eyes. The truth is not in a book. It's not in history. It is around us at all times. If we take the time to open our eyes, we can see it. That is today's reflection on the Daily Vedantic. We'll see you next time. Thanks for listening to the Daily Vedantic. This reflection is part of a free repeating 2-year course in Advaita Vedanta. Rooted in the timeless wisdom of the Upanishads, arguably the oldest philosophical texts on earth, you can begin with episode 1, which gives the 15-minute overview of the whole philosophy of Vedanta, or you can join the journey with any episode at any point. But the critical aspect of this course, of understanding and mastering anything, is to study and reflect, even for 10 to 15 minutes on the timeless each day, preferably at the start of your day. As is said in this philosophy, reflection is 100,000 times as powerful as listening. So listen, journal, sit with, discuss these concepts, or ask questions at thedailyvedantic.com with our AI-powered chatbot informed by about 700 episodes here, as regularly as one can if you want to see clarity and peace almost effortlessly unfold in your daily life. And if it doesn't result in a near immediate increase in clarity and peace, then toss aside and feel free to never listen again. One of the things that you might notice is after 7 or 8 days in a row, this doesn't feel like a discipline. This feels like a visit with a best friend to dive into the timeless with daily reflection. Within a few days, it becomes one of your favorite parts of the day. You can also find out more, including news about in-person events in Los Angeles and beyond, at The Daily Vedantic on Instagram or through our weekly newsletter at thedailyvedantic.com. Additionally, check out the links in our show notes for more resources like the books that are mentioned most frequently in the episodes, including Vedanta Treatise, perhaps the simplest and most straightforward read on this philosophy I've ever come across. Until next time, and from the entire team that works on the Daily Vedantic project, thanks for listening.